Well, my name is Shutt and I'm the CEO of Sunday Best. And one morning I was walking down to work and I suddenly thought, goodness me, look at all the litter. It's just dreadful because we've got such lovely visitors from Cheshire, South Manchester, the Lake District, Skipton, Yorkshire, etc. And they live in very smart places. It's a very gritty, Rawtenstall's a very gritty part of Lancashire. And I appreciate that the council haven't got masses of money, but I just felt that we had to do something about it because, if you look after your properties, if you look after the streets, it just gives a much better feeling of well-being. So I put an advert in the local paper, the Rossendale Free Press, asking for volunteers, and I went to the council and I said, will you go into partnership with us? I'm going to form a group called Civic Pride, and if you can come up with a partnership agreement, then we'll go with it. We'll get the volunteers and you take away all the rubbish and provide the equipment that we need. And they said yes, and so 11 years ago, 12 years ago, it actually started and it happened, and people just turned up at the door on the first Sunday, which was amazing, a great community feeling.
It's not the council who throw the rubbish there, it's selfish people really who can't be bothered just to keep the litter with them until they find a bin or something, or take it home with them. So, yeah, I suppose the council do have a responsibility to the locality. But really, with people like Civic Pride, it really does add to that army of people, and it really does help to keep the local area looking good and clean.
What difference has Civic Pride made to the town?
Well, there was a lot of rubbish and dirt and people just messing up the town, really. Jan got a bit fed up, and we were talking about it, and we said that it was a real problem, so they decided to work together to try and clean the area, and that's why it started.
Me and my son were picking up litter on one of the little grass verges there, and you can walk around there 10 times and you'll still see things that you've missed. So, it's a difficult job keeping the place tidy, and I don't think the community as a whole does enough to do their bit, really.
Sometimes you might feel that why are you doing this? Why are people throwing litter around? But it's when you've actually done it and you look at what you've done, it does give you a good feeling, really.
You have to look across there, and it's beautiful. And in the summer, it's even more beautiful. It definitely makes a difference, and I think people notice as well what we're doing. We're always asking people to come and volunteer, but really they don't need to come out, they just need to do their little patch. They're so many yards in front of their house or down their street.
For some reason it seems to gain some respect, and people do respect it. They think, oh, Civic Pride's done that, it's not the council. Yeah, that's good, that's cool. Yeah. Well, if you look at them, they look like middle class, middle-aged do-gooders, but they're not. They're all rebels. I've never ever done anything that I was told to do in my entire life, and a lot of these people here are just the same. And what we're rebelling against is what society is saying is a norm, that we should just accept litter. We should accept that the places are going to look run down, and you don't have to. You don't have to. You can say, no, I'm not having it. I'm really not going to have it. I'm going to get out there, I'm going to do something about it. And it doesn't matter who you are, if you're a child or anybody, just get out and do a bit. That's all you have to do. And be a rebel and say, bugger it. So easy, you don't have to have meeting after meeting to discuss what you're going to do. Just JFDI, just JFDI. And you can work that one out for yourself. I'm going to cry because it's so nice. I take a lot from the NHS. And people call it, but for me it's just lovely to be able to give something back, and to know that in a day we've done that, we've achieved that, and I can go away and be ill thinking I've made a difference.